Hey everyone, this is Stephen Ellis, the prospect analyst and associate editor for Daily Faceoff, and these are my top 5 prospects for the 2025 NHL Draft, brought to you by Charm Diamond Centers. Let's start off with number 1, Matthew Schaefer. This is one of my favorite draft prospects I've seen in a while, and that's because he's just such a difficult defenseman to beat. He's so good on one-on-one situations, he skates well, and he's so smart. You see a bit of Cale Makar in him, and I've watched him for many years at this point, and he continues to find new ways to impress. Yes, he's missed a lot of time this year due to injuries and other health concerns, but I'm not too worried, and I know scouts aren't either. Going to number 2, it's James Hagens. I remember the very first time I watched him play with the U.S. National Development Team, and you could see that this was a guy that was special. Think kind of Jack Hughes and Jonathan Toews in the way he plays the puck. And there's a reason that he has set records at the U17 and U18 national team level. It's because he's so dominant. And he's also just a fun guy to talk to. He's just really smart, really observant of what's going on at the ice at all times. And he just seems to love talking about his teammates. Number 3 is Michael Misa. And I remember the very first time I watched him play at the OHL Cup, a tournament once dominated by Connor McDavid. Well, Michael Misa has the all-time scoring record now in that tournament because of just how good he was a few years ago. And I think that all we've seen from him over time is just getting more confident, tougher to play against. And if there's any player I'd want on the ice to go and win a game, that's the guy I would choose from this year's draft. Then there's Porter Martone at number 4. This guy might be one of the most entertaining prospects to watch in this draft, and that's because he's very much like a Matthew Tkachuk player. I remember watching him at the AAA level, and it felt like there was just a bit of learning he needed to do on the physical side. As soon as he got to the OHL, this is someone who is not afraid of anyone. We saw him fight at the OHL Top Prospects game, and when he's not scoring, which he does a lot, by the way, he's also very good away from the puck. So I really like him, and he's the type of player you want on every team. And then there's Anton Frundell. That's a guy that I've really yo-yoed with this year in my draft rankings. He's fallen all the way as low as number 11, but I have him at 5 right now. And that's because he's dominating the Allsvenskan, the second-tier Swedish league. That's very difficult for a player of his age to be able to do that because it is a league where the pro players really stand out. But he's got a great shot, great passer, and if you put that all together, there's a reason scouts are excited about him. So those are my top 5 prospects for the 2025 NHL Draft.